Hello everyone. In our heat transfer lecture series, we have already studied about the in previous lecture the heat transfer into the cylinders and spheres. Now we will see the new concept as critical radius of insulation. Okay. To study about this one, we have here consider a plane wall and suppose we will insulate that wall. Then what will happen if we increase the thickness of insulation? Obviously, by using a Fourier law, heat transfer is directly proportional to the cross sectional area and temperature difference, and heat transfer is inversely proportional to the thickness of wall. If we adding the thickness of wall, that means this is a previous thickness, this is constant one, and we increasing the insulation thickness, obviously thickness of wall is going to increase. If we increase this thickness, then what will happen? If thickness will be increased, obviously heat transfer it goes on decreasing. But when cross sectional area is constant, if in this concept of a plane wall, cross sectional area is always constant, and if you increase the thickness of wall, that means in the previous wall, if you adding the thickness of insulation, obviously heat transfer goes on decreasing. But this concept is not useful in the cylinders and the spheres. How we will see this one? Now this is here. What will happen? We have considered here a cross-sectional area of a cylinder, or we can say it is a sphere. So what we have considered this is a pipe material. Just you consider if it is a cylinder or a pipe, then this is a pipe material, and this blue line indicates the insulation over this cylinder or the pipe. Okay, now we will consider the outer radius of pipe as r1 and outer radius of insulation as r2. K is indicated as thermal conductivity of insulating material. H is heat transfer coefficient surrounding of this insulating material. So T infinity is the surrounding temperature, T1 is outside temperature of the pipe wall or the interface at the pipe material and the insulation. So this is the temperature indicated by T1. Okay, now we will show here. Obviously, if you see here, we have considered here the two resistances, because the heat transfer is available into the insulating material, it is by the conduction, and outside of the insulating material, if you consider, there will be flow of the fluid over this insulating material. That's why the heat transfer is by the convection. Okay, now I will write down the formula to find out the heat transfer. So Q is equal to T1 minus T infinity. So in that concept, we will consider T1 is greater than T infinity. So heat transfer will be from T1 to T infinity. So now what about here? We have considered in these two temperatures, we have the two resistances. So we will first resistance offered by the insulating material plus convection resistance. Okay, now if you substitute this one, the value of this one, T1 minus T infinity divided by, if you consider this is a cylinder, then what about R insulation? R insulation is R2 minus ln R2 by R1 divided by 2 pi L into K. So this is R2 is outer radius of insulation and R1 is internal radius of insulation. 2 pi L into K. K is the thermal conductivity of insulating material, plus 1 upon H in bracket 2 pi R2 into L. Okay, now this one. In this one, if you see, there are the two resistances, R insulation and R convection. What will happen here? If we increase the R2 radius, then what will happen? Obviously, thickness of insulation goes on increasing. By using this one, by using this one by Fourier law, if we increase the thickness of the wall, obviously heat transfer rate goes on decreasing. So this will happen when R2 radius will be increased, the thickness of insulation goes on increasing. In that concept, the heat transfer rate goes on decreasing. But in other hand, what will happen if we increase the radius? If we increase the radius, the surface area goes on increasing. And obviously, we have stated if surface area goes on increasing, heat transfer rate goes on increasing. So there are the two concepts in the cylindrical. What will happen if we increase the radius of the insulation? Obviously, heat transfer rate goes on decreasing. But other hand, if we increase the radius of insulation, the surface area of this insulation goes on increasing, then convection heat transfer goes on increasing. So that's why we can't say if we increase the radius of insulation over a cylinder or a sphere may increase the heat transfer or may decrease the heat transfer. So this is depend upon whether this R convection will be dominant to the R insulation. In that, heat transfer rate goes on increasing. If R insulation will be dominant R convection, then heat transfer rate goes on decreasing. So this is the concept. Okay, now we'll see this Q. If you plot Q versus the R2, R2 versus the Q plot, then what will happen? Then what will happen by using this equation? If you see, if you plot a graph, so R2 radius in x direction and heat transfer in y direction. Then what will happen if you consider a R2 radius? Suppose minimum R2 radius of insulation is this one. Then there will be a something value of a heat transfer. In that concept, by using this one, by using this equation, previous equation, in this equation, Q is equal to T1 minus T infinity divided by ln R2 by R1 divided by 2 pi L into K plus 1 divided by H in bracket 2 pi R2 into L. In this equation, if we increase the R2 value, R1 is always constant. Then what will happen? At that point, if you consider heat transfer rate is Q1, if we increase R2, then what will happen? The heat transfer rate goes on increasing. But up to which point? Up to a optimum point. If you consider a maximum value we will get, then how to find out this maximum value? For that, the previous equation, which equation we have done? Q is equal to T1 minus T infinity divided by ln R2 by R1 divided by 2 pi L into K plus 1 upon 2 pi R2 L into H. In this equation, if you increase the R2 value, then obviously heat transfer rate goes on increasing. But to find out a maximum value of heat transfer, what should we do? We will do a dq divided by dr2 is equal to 0. That means a maxima condition. To maximum condition, we will take a derivative of this heat transfer with respect to R2. If you solve this equation, we will get R2, the value of R2 as some critical value where we get a maximum heat transfer, and this value we are getting K by H. This is for a cylinder. So this value of R critical. How the R critical? If you see in the graph, if you plot here R critical, at the R critical we will get a maximum heat transfer, and after that the heat transfer rate goes on decreasing. So this is a optimum value, or we can say maximum value. So at R critical value, the heat transfer rate goes on increasing. So that means in the insulation over a cylinder, if we increase above the R2, heat transfer rate goes on decreasing, and at the value R2 is equal to R critical, this heat transfer will be maximum. Further, if we increase the radius above the R critical, this heat transfer rate goes on decreasing. Okay, so this is for the cylinder. This is for cylinder R critical value. Now we will solve. This is for, now we will see this, the same concept is applied for the sphere. Same concept will be applied to the sphere, but we will see the formula to for the heat transfer. So Q is equal to, same concept, same figure we will consider. Same figure we will consider as a cross sectional area of a sphere. Then T1 to T infinity heat transfer. Again we are the, again two heat resistances we have, R insulation and R convection. In that, so what we will see, again we have R insulation plus R convection. This is equal to T1 minus T infinity divided by R2 minus R1 divided by 4 pi R1 into R2 multiply with K plus 1 upon 4 pi R2 square into H. Okay, so this is when we consider a sphere. When we consider a sphere, to find out a critical radius of insulation for a sphere concept, again we will consider dq divided by dr2 is equal to 0, and if we solve this equation taking a derivative, we will find out R critical for a sphere is equal to 2k by h. 2k by h. So this is the value of R critical. That means over a sphere, if we increase radius of insulation R2 value, radius of insulation R2 value above the minimum value, then what will happen? Heat transfer rate goes on increasing. When R2 is equal to R critical, when R2 is equal to R critical, R2 is equal to R critical, then we will get a maximum heat transfer. And again, if you increase R2 value over this R critical, then heat transfer rate goes on decreasing. So this is the concept. So by using this one, if you see here, R critical value for sphere also and a cylinder also, it is depend upon thermal conductivity of insulation and the heat transfer coefficient outside of the insulation. If you increase the thermal conductivity of the material, then obviously R critical value goes on increasing. And if we will consider, if you increase the heat transfer coefficient, then R critical value will be reduced. Okay, so this is the concept, R critical, critical thickness of insulation. Okay. And this is for sphere. Thank you.